Well, hello everyone! Well, I was tagged by the Atari creep to do this video, which is your name in games. Basically what you do is you pick out games in your collection that you own that spells out your name. The first letter in your name. I was going to do Willie, but I didn't really have a lot of stuff for L laying around. I probably could have done Willie, but I thought it'd be kind of to do that. So I chose to do the channel name, Arcade USA. And I decided to give myself another little extra challenge of just using arcade translations, which that's mainly what I like to collect, is arcade translations to my retro consoles. I also tried to do another stipulation where they had to be complete in the box. I almost did it. There's one game I don't have complete in the box, and it was a letter that's very hard for me to find in my collection complete in the box, or in any other collection I have actually. So anyway, let's take a look at the first letter of my name, which is A in Arcade USA. It's going to be Amadar for the Atari 2600. I love Invader in the arcade. It's a fun game. Basically you're filling in squares and claiming territory. You got different types of animals that you have to avoid, and it's a fun game. It's not too well translated to the 2600, but it's still fun. I like having this in my collection. It's a Parker Brothers game. It's pretty awesome. So that was the letter A for Amadar. Now for the letter R, we're going to Rampage for the 2600. Love the arcade game. 2600 version's not too bad. It's actually kind of fun. Also have the 7800 version as well. But I want to try to use more of my 2600 games for this Your Name in Games challenge. It's pretty cool. Love Rampage. A lot of fun. Then for the letter C, we have Commando for the 2600 from Activision. This is another fun arcade game I like playing. And I've not played it on the Atari 600 yet. I still needed a video on this. I did play it on the Intellivision. I liked it on the Intellivision. So I'm looking forward to giving this game a go as well on the channel. Then for another A, we have the classic Asteroids on the Atari 2600. Love this game to death. It's got very colorful asteroids and things. It doesn't have the vector kind of graphics like the arcade does, which I didn't care. I still don't care. I still like playing this version of Asteroids. And then for the letter D, we have another arcade classic, Dig Dug. This one's for the 2600 as well, and it's sealed. I have an unsealed one over there as well, which is why I used for making the video, but I got a sealed version that I thought I would bust out for this video. And then for the E at the end, I really didn't have any kind of E games, and I was hoping I had elevator action in the box for my Colecovision. I thought I had it. I don't. So I had to cheat a little bit. I used Electric Adventures Classics, which has 3 different arcade-style games on here, like Meteor Swarm, which is basically like Asteroids, Birds of Orion, which is like Phoenix. You have Munch Maniac, which is a Pac-Man type game. This is a really cool game on the Colecovision. And I believe it was done by one of my buddies, Tony Cruz, that has a channel called Electric Adventures. Really nice game to have in the collection, and it's complete in the box. And it's a homebrew. And then for the U, this is the one I didn't have complete in the box, but at least I had a game that began with U for the Colecovision. It is Up and Down. This is a great game on the Colecovision. I like playing the arcade game. It's a very fun, entertaining game to play. And the Colecovision version is not too bad. It's actually kind of fun. I do have the instructions for this. I just don't have a box. I'm hoping to be able to get a box for it sometime in the future, but I think I would rather get the box version of the 2600 one. Now the one I had that I did a video on as part of my Willie's ABCs of favorite Atari 2600 games, that was actually on loan from my buddy Brett Weiss. That was his copy that I showed in the video. So I don't have that box copy in my collection. I am looking for it though. Got a couple other ones I'm trying to find box, like Frontline and Rock and Rope too. And then for the letter S, this is an arcade classic, Star Wars, the arcade game. This is for the 2600. Made by Parker Brothers. A little bit of a different box. I kind of like the Parker Brothers boxes that have like the two halves that go together. I like those much more than these type of boxes that they went to. But I love Star Wars, the arcade game. You know, I had the original arcade game when I was living in my other house in Indiana that I had to sell, and luckily my wife took pity on me. I think it was last year, maybe, or the year before. She got me the Arcade 1-Up Star Wars arcade machine, which I love to death. I play that very often. It's a really good machine. But anyway, we're talking about Star Wars, the arcade game on the 2600. Considering the limitations of the 2600 console, Parker Brothers did a really good job with this. It's not bad at all. I played this game a lot on my 2600 back then. I also played it on my Atari computer as well, but it's not a bad game. And then to end it off with the A at the end of USA, it's going to be a Intellivision homebrew, another arcade translation, because I try to stay to the theme, arcade translations in my collection. We have Stern's Astro Invader. Excellent conversion of the arcade game to the Intellivision. It's a lot of fun. Basically, you have your invaders in these little like alleyways at the top of the screen, and they just kind of, you try to shoot them out of the alleyways and stuff. I did a video on this some time ago. I've not played it in a while, but it's actually a really cool game. So there we go. So there is Arcade USA spelled out using various games from the collection. Pretty awesome. Pretty fun video. Really like this. Now I got to think of who I'm going to tag to do this next. I think I'm going to tag Gamester81. I think he'd probably enjoy doing this. I think I will. I'll tag him. So, as always, everyone, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.